Good day, good day, good day, and welcome back to Celebrity Watch Gist, the only channel where celebrity drama comes with a full diagnosis, a side of receipts, and absolutely zero chill. Today's episode, oh, it is delicious. Pun fully intended, because we are talking about jam. Yes, actual jam. Strawberry, presumably. And somehow, this tiny little jar of fruit preserves has turned into one of the messiest celebrity moments of the year. Meghan Markle, Patrick J. Adams, Instagram, and a missing gift basket. Buckle up because this story is wild from start to finish. Quick favor, if you are loving this already, hit that subscribe button right now. Over 92% of viewers have not done it yet. It is free, takes a second, and means the absolute world to us. Thanks. If you did, you are officially one of the good ones. Now, back to the show. So let us set the scene. Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, former actress, current lifestyle brand, full-time controversy magnet, launched her much-talked-about brand called As Ever, and as part of the brand rollout, she apparently sent out gift baskets to a select group of friends, celebrities, and former colleagues. Inside these baskets, her now famous homemade-style strawberry jam. The kind of jam that has people on the internet acting like it cures heartbreak and tax debt. The hype around this jam has been extraordinary, and Meghan leaned all the way into it. She has been posting about it, talking about it, making jam making feel like a spiritual experience. And honestly, the marketing has worked. People are obsessed. But here's where it gets spicy. And not the jam kind of spicy. Patrick J. Adams, who played Mike Ross opposite Meghan's Rachel Zane on the hit legal drama Suits, decided to take to social media with a very public, very pointed complaint. Patrick posted about how he had not received his jam. His gift basket had apparently not arrived, and instead of sliding into Meghan's DMs like a normal person, Patrick chose to air it out publicly, tagging Meghan, dripping in humor but also unmistakably shading her. The post had the energy of someone who was half joking and half genuinely annoyed. He essentially called her out in front of millions of people for forgetting him, her former on-screen partner, someone she worked with for years, when it was time to hand out the jam. Now, most celebrities in Meghan's position would either ignore it, laugh it off quietly, or have their PR team draft some carefully worded statement. But Meghan? Oh no. Meghan Markle looked at Patrick's public call-out, cracked her knuckles, opened Instagram, and clapped back. And when I say clap back, I mean it was measured, it was sharp, it was done with a smile, and it landed like a velvet punch to the jaw. Meghan responded directly on social media, acknowledging Patrick's post with the kind of calm, breezy confidence that only someone who has survived royal family drama, a global media witch hunt, and approximately 17 Oprah specials can possess. She kept it light on the surface, but underneath, there was an unmistakable, "You really want to do this?" energy. She addressed the missing jam situation, made it clear she was aware of the post, and essentially turned the entire moment into a PR win for her brand, because now everyone is talking about the jam again. Genius, honestly. But let us not skip over the more interesting layer here, because there is one. Patrick and Meghan have history, and not just the scripted kind. When Meghan and Prince Harry stepped back from royal duties and the world was choosing sides, Patrick J. Adams was one of the people who publicly defended Meghan. He went on the record, he pushed back against critics, and he stood in her corner. So when Patrick makes a joke about being left off the jam list, is it really just a joke? Or is there a tiny, real undercurrent of, "Hey, I showed up for you. Where is my jam?" energy happening? We are not saying there is beef. We are just saying the joke hit a little different when you know the backstory. And that is the thing about celebrity friendships. They look airtight from the outside until someone does not get their gift basket. Now, Meghan's As Ever brand has been controversial all on its own before Patrick even entered the chat. Critics have taken shots at the brand from multiple directions. Some people think the whole lifestyle guru aesthetic feels forced coming from a former royal. Others feel like she's trying too hard to be the American Gwyneth Paltrow. And then there are the supporters who think she's building something genuinely creative and that the hate is rooted in the same old biases that have followed her for years. The truth? Probably somewhere in the middle, like most things involving Meghan Markle. But here's what cannot be denied. The woman knows how to keep her name in the conversation. Whether it's Jam, a Netflix series, a podcast, a royal bombshell, or a public Instagram exchange with a former castmate, Meghan Markle has mastered the art of staying relevant. Love her or roll your eyes at her, you're still clicking and you're still watching. And that's the game. Now, back to Patrick for a second, because he deserves some airtime too. Patrick J. Adams is no stranger to being outspoken. He's charming, he's funny, he's the kind of guy who can post a public call-out and make it feel like a comedy sketch rather than a genuine grievance. And, to his credit, the post worked. It went viral. People loved it. He came across as relatable, the everyman who did not get his fancy celebrity jam and wasn't going to pretend that was fine. And it opened up a whole conversation about celebrity gift culture, which, by the way, is a whole entire universe of its own. The idea that celebrities send each other carefully curated baskets of artisanal products as a form of social currency is both fascinating and deeply unrelatable to the rest of us who are excited about a buy one, get one coupon at the grocery store. But here's the real takeaway, and this is where it gets genuinely interesting. Meghan's clapback, however light and breezy it appeared, tells us something about where she is right now as a public figure. She's not playing defense anymore. The version of Meghan who was visibly hurt by every media attack, who spoke in careful, measured tones about her struggles, who seemed to be constantly navigating a minefield, that version appears to be stepping back. What we're seeing now is a Meghan who is leaning into her persona, engaging with the culture playfully, and using even the smallest moments of friction as fuel for her brand story. Whether that's growth or strategy or both is up for debate, but it is a shift. And it is noticeable. Patrick J. Adams lobbed a very public, very funny jam grenade in her direction, and Meghan Markle caught it, gift-wrapped it, and turned it into a marketing moment. That's either incredibly impressive or incredibly calculated, depending on which side of the Meghan divide you sit on. And if history has taught us anything, it's that the Meghan divide is very, very real, and people have very, very strong feelings about which side they're on. What we do know for certain is this. Somewhere in Montecito, there is a jar of strawberry jam that has become the unlikely centerpiece of a celebrity news cycle. Patrick J. Adams still may or may not have received his. Meghan is still out here building her brand one preserve at a time. And the internet is absolutely losing its mind over all of it, which is probably exactly what everyone involved intended. Because at the end of the day, in the world of celebrity culture, there is no such thing as bad press, especially when the press is about jam. And on that absolutely perfect note, that's a wrap on today's episode of Celebrity Watch Gist. Thank you so much for watching. You are the reason we do this, and we genuinely appreciate every single one of you. See you in the next one.